President Donald Trump has failed to persuade a federal appeals court to reconsider the $5 million verdict won by E. Jean Carroll after a jury found Trump liable for sexually abusing the former magazine columnist back in the 1990s and then defaming her after she went public with her allegations. In an 8-2 vote, the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in Manhattan on Friday left intact its December 30th decision by a 3-judge panel that upheld the jury award. Carroll accused Trump of attacking her around 1996 in a Bergdorf Goodman department store dressing room here in Manhattan and defaming her then in October 22 on a Truth Social post by denying her claim as a hoax. In his denial, Trump said the former Elle columnist was, quote, not my type, and that she made up the rape claim to promote her memoir. Jurors decided in May of 2023 that Trump had sexually assaulted Carroll and defamed her by lying. They did not find that Trump raped Carroll as she had claimed. A spokesperson for Trump's lawyers said in a statement that Americans, quote, demand an immediate end to the political weaponization of our justice system and a swift dismissal of all of the witch hunts, including the Democrat-funded Carroll hoax, which will continue to be appealed. And E. Jean Carroll joins us now. Her new book, with the title Not My Type, One Woman versus a President, goes on sale tomorrow. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
It is normal for a highly anticipated book to receive plenty of advance notice, with lots of anticipation and hype. This was announced just 2 days ago, and now coming out tomorrow. Talk to us about the secrecy around this book.
Well, the behind-the-scenes goings-on at those two trials were so funny and so hilarious. I had found myself in the middle of a high comedy, surrounded by characters that not even John Grisham could have created. It was just too juicy. We did not want the White House to hear about it. And so they, the people at St. Martin's locked copies of this book in their offices. I didn't have a copy of the book until 2 days ago. It's the first time I ever laid hands. It was a top secret job. I think we got away with it. And the only thing that's beating us now is Molly's book is now on the bestseller list. Congratulations, Molly. I mean, really, bestseller, New York Times bestseller.
On the combined.
Congrats to Molly, of course, and we certainly would anticipate yours to do well also. So talk to us about, a legal proceeding involving someone who was and now is again the President of the United States, I think would strike many as a serious matter. But you just said that you found things about it that were very funny. Give us a taste as to what you mean. Like, what are some of the moments captured in this book?
Okay, the characters alone. We have Judge Kaplan, a steel rod of a man, looks like God on the Sistine Chapel ceiling, right? Conservative, no nonsense, and yet gets off one-liners like Stephen Colbert. We have Joe Tacopina, built like Popeye, got a voice like a shotgun in a gravel pit, just dresses in $6,000 suits. We have Alina Habba Esquire, Trump's most beautiful attorney. Cheekbones like tulip bulbs, right? Eyes like a baby seal. Gorgeous, smart, deliciously arrogant, and yet didn't know diddly squat about the law. And then we have my attorney, Robbie Kaplan, who was born with a lust for battle. You put all these characters together, you have hijinks, you have humor, you have dead serious days we saw in that courtroom where, by the way, Trump was found liable for sexual abuse in the first trial. So dead serious, but on the whole, uplifting, because we can see what really goes on in a courtroom.
So as you know, you're not a popular person in Trump's circles in the White House, and his campaign have attacked you throughout.
A moment of pride for me. Thank you very much.
Including the idea that you're simply trying to make money. And there's been some speculation over the weekend from them that that's the same deal with this book, that this is another attempt at a cash grab. What's your response to that?
I'm an old journalist. There was no way no way I could help myself but to take note of what actually was going on. Would you like to hear what it's like sitting right in front of Donald Trump? We were so close in the courtroom. If I leaned back and reached my hand, I could have grabbed him by the hair. So I could hear everything he was saying. I could hear the snorts and the whines and the bitching and the bawling and the spitting and the hissing and his arms going like this on the desk. And I thought to myself, oh my God, what if the jury is hearing this? And I turned and looked at the jury and they're like petrified with delight. I mean, so what? I'm not going to write about that?
So the title of this book is Not My Type, and that is a phrase that we have heard a lot from men when confronted with something. I want you to talk about what that phrase means and the sort of innate misogyny in it.
Well, nobody can measure up to that. That's a terrible bar for when we have to meet every individual man's in the population of America. We have to reach his bar of being his type. It's absurd. It's ridiculous. It's horrible. And women should pay no attention to it.
The new book, Not My Type, One Woman versus a President, written in secrecy, goes on sale tomorrow. People will want to read it. Author E. Jean Carroll, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
I love being here. I love seeing my friend Molly.
We all do.